So we saw Tom Brady debut for the Buccaneers this past week. It wasn't the greatest performance for Tom Brady, but we saw Cam Newton go out there and ball versus the Miami Dolphins. Cam Newton, he looked great with the Patriots, you know. He went 15 for 19, 79% completion percentage, 15 carries on the day. He had 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground, you know. And the Patriots, they're utilizing Cam Newton in ways the Panthers should have been utilizing Cam Newton a lot more during his days back with the Panthers. The Panthers, in my opinion, criminally underutilized Cam Newton. They did not allow Cam Newton to be free. Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, they say, man, we're kids at a candy store because Tom Brady, he's great, but he can't move. He can't move anymore. Let's run some read options with Cam Newton. Let's give Cam Newton the full playbook. Let's say, hey, Cam Newton, why don't you go truck these linebackers? Why don't you go run for touchdowns out there? They're letting Cam Newton be himself, man. And I love how the Patriots are utilizing Cam Newton. And Cam Newton's ability to run the football adds a new dynamic to the Patriots offense that they just have flat out not had over the past couple of years, okay? Really ever. Because Tom Brady, he's great, but he's not a mobile quarterback. And when it comes to the Patriots, I will say Cam Newton is great. The defense played very well versus the Dolphins. However, Patriots fans, there is a little bit of a cause for concern. Because I don't think this team is dynamic enough to knock off the Kansas Cities and Baltimores of the world in the AFC. I just don't. See, the Miami Dolphins, they're a team on the rise. I like Brian Flores, their head coach. I think Tua is going to be a good quarterback one day, even though he did not start this game. I love the direction the Miami Dolphins are going in. But as of right now, the Miami Dolphins, they're not a playoff team. You can bully the Miami Dolphins. You can have Cam Newton be your leading rusher and get away with it versus the Dolphins. You can have Julian Edelman average 11.4 yards per catch versus the Dolphins and get away with it. You can have N'Keal Harry average 7.8 yards per catch and get away with it because it's the Dolphins. When the Patriots face these other teams that have better rosters and are much more explosive, they don't match up in my opinion. Now, it's only week 1. I'm not going to overreact too much and say the Patriots are done for. Actually, this offseason, I had the Patriots as a Super Bowl contender. And I do believe this team will be in the Super Bowl conversation. I do believe this team is probably going to win their division. But I'm just saying, man, Buffalo, did you see how good Josh Allen looked this past week? Josh Allen looked pretty good. That Buffalo Bills roster is pretty stacked, man. So all I'm saying is, Patriots fans, don't get too fat off the Dolphins. Don't pump your guns too much because I still have some concerns about the Patriots because outside of Julian Edelman and N'Keal Harry, you are crossing your fingers. You are crossing your fingers, people. And see, Bill Belichick, he's a great head coach. 6 different Patriots ran the football this past Sunday. And Bill Belichick was able to get this Patriots team to rush for 218 yards. That's all great and cute. But I'm sorry, this little cute stuff the Patriots are running where they depend on Cam Newton so much, it's not going to beat Kansas City. And it's not going to be Baltimore. So if I'm the Patriots, I look to add a wide receiver at the trading deadline. I would lower my expectations just a little bit because the Patriots, while they're still a very good team that probably will make the playoffs, until they show me they're more explosive and more dynamic offensively, I can't say the Patriots are going to go that far. But Cam Newton, he looked great in his debut. He seems rejuvenated. I think a lot of teams were stupid to pass on this guy. The Colts, you should be held accountable. The Colts should be held accountable. How do you choose Phillip Rivers over Cam Newton? They should be ashamed of themselves. The Chargers, they chose Justin Herbert and Tyrod Taylor over Cam Newton. They should be ashamed of themselves because Cam Newton, as far as I'm concerned, he might be in the MVP conversation this year. The way he's playing right now, he might be. He might have an MVP season this year. He's playing really well. So Cam Newton, he played great. He looks good. He looks good with the Patriots. He seems comfortable. The system seems to fit him. But only time will tell as far as to how far the Patriots will go come postseason time. Thank you so much for watching this video today. Please also note that the Juice Alert Sports Podcast is not just a YouTube channel. It is available on all podcasting platforms, including Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, and Apple Podcasts. Also, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this content with all your friends. This podcast is my favorite thing in the entire world right now. It is my passion. And I want more people to listen to this podcast. I really want this podcast to grow. Also, a fun fact about me is that I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I am looking to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. And I potentially would like to start my own network if this podcast really truly grows. Or if I fall short of that goal, I would love to work for a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. I am open to all networks. So if you believe in my dreams and you see or hear my passion through the screen, be sure to tell all your friends about the Juice Alert Sports Podcast. Stay motivated, you guys. Have a God bless day, and I'm out.